What's going on YouTube? I'm Rainier, Real Pussy Games RPG, and I wanted to do a new kind of video. Usually I'm doing a lot of NBA or sports related stuff, but I wanted to perhaps try a new thing. I had an idea to talk about YouTubers and interesting stories for why something is different or has changed. For this video, I wanted to talk about a YouTuber who I thought was popular and had a great thing going, but then things took a turn and we haven't seen him anymore. That YouTuber is Caleb Wolff. Caleb Wolff, or Caleb TDB, was this YouTuber who really enjoyed the great outdoors. He was someone who posted videos about catching all sorts of things in the wild and then cooking them. He's done catch and cook videos and they were really interesting and great. I really liked the videos. They were really good and I feel like he was interacting a lot with nature and it just made the video so peaceful. He would catch and cook fish, he would catch and cook squids, stingrays, catfish, boars, mud crabs as well. His videos were really popular. Now these videos go back to 6 years ago where he last uploaded, and none of these videos even have less than 1 million views, and his most popular video goes up to 38 million views. Caleb was also a really young guy making these videos. He was like 17, 18, 19 years old when he was posting them. He was a really young guy with a really big presence on YouTube. Caleb was part of this team called TerraDerraBros. That's what the TDB stands for. The TerraDerraBros was him and Nick Fry hanging and catching and cooking things together. The TerraDerraBros channel has over 1.5 million subscribers on their account, and their videos are really popular as well. Millions of views for each of their videos. Caleb Wolff was a real big stud. Young guy, big YouTube channel, and a partner to go on adventures and record videos with. But Caleb Wolff hasn't uploaded videos in a very long time. His last video on his channel that's still active was 5 years ago. He did upload a couple videos like a few years ago that have since been deleted, but they weren't even catch and cook videos, and Caleb clearly didn't look the same and was acting a little different on YouTube. How can someone who is 17, 18, 19 years old with a big channel and amazing content just drop off the face of YouTube when it seems like it was really building up and looking great? Now, around the time that Caleb uploaded his last video on the channel, and around the time that TerraDerraBros uploaded their last video on the channel, Caleb and Nick Fry had a falling out, and they decided they didn't want to be friends and hang out and do videos anymore. It must have been really bad for two people who seemed like they had an incredible friendship to just stop hanging around all of a sudden. The TerraDerraBros channel was highly successful and they could have made a killing and developed a big community following had they not broken up. Their videos were awesome. They both look like two survival hunters going around living their life and showing off their skills to pay the bills, to catch stuff and then eat them. Nick Fry is still on YouTube and he still uploads to his channel and he's still doing really fine too. He's gotten older and has moved on from the TerraDerraBros channel collab thing. Nick Fry is still uploading catch and cook videos on his individual channel and it is still growing. Caleb is not uploading. The last time we saw Caleb, he was posting different kinds of videos where he was basically just talking or hanging around or walking in the woods or something. These videos were not like him, and his attitude and his energy, it wasn't there. It wasn't the same. There was this deleted video where he was walking around the woods and he was basically just walking around for like a minute and a half before he finally puts the camera down and takes a few seconds before finally saying something.
Depression is a bitch.
You know, it's interesting and a little hard to see a video like this. This brother was balling out. He was doing a great job making videos and everyone loved to see him. And now he's just different. There was also this other video I couldn't really find because it was deleted by Caleb and hasn't been re-uploaded by a third party, but he was by this truck and there was someone who was recording him and he was basically just going around talking about different ideas that he would probably have for the channel because he had come back and was just uploading random stuff on there, and that's fine. At least we can see him alive and well. But then none of these videos became a reality and then he dropped off the face of YouTube again and then deleted most of his videos. During this video with him by the truck being recorded, he was speaking out loud and mentioned how if the subscribers were hoping for more catch and cook videos, to not look forward to it because he wasn't going to do it. This is something I want to come back to. Now I wanted to talk about the video of Caleb walking in the woods and looking into the camera and saying depression is a bitch. Do you think that Caleb is depressed because of what happened with him and Nick Fry? Because I honestly believe that his split up with Nick contributed to his departure and his depression. He probably had a really strong connection with Nick. He was probably his best friend. Now that they split up, he doesn't want to come back and do videos anymore. Losing your close friend can be really hard. I'm sure some of us at some point of our lives had a falling out with someone and can say that it sucks. Caleb was sad and didn't feel like making any more catch and cook videos anymore. I want to go back to that deleted video of him by the truck and when he says he wasn't going to do any more catch and cook videos anymore. I feel that Caleb doesn't want to do any more catch and cook videos anymore because it reminds him of TerraDerraBros and it reminds him of Nick Fry, and most probably they're falling out. I mean, he also could be saying that depression is a bitch because maybe he's just a person who is growing and transitioning into a man and is just dealing with depression because, you know, if you know anything about depression, it just happens. You can just become sad when you get older. Sometimes people have a change in their mood and their habits. Sometimes people have just lost themselves. Nick Fry had put up a video on YouTube doing a Q&A, and he was asked about Caleb and TDB, and here is what he said about it.
Or Life of Pi?
Caleb and TDB.
I can't say what happened really. Like it's really hard for me to explain to you guys because anything I say, I don't want anything happening. So pretty much all I can say is we had a falling out, like our friendship, and it wasn't just some silly thing that we can just get over. It was sort of leading up to this moment for a while, and then it just happened. I could sit here and say my side of the story, but there's always two sides of the story, and I don't think it's fair because Caleb's not really talking about it. So I'm not going to say anything, but we did talk. We had a chat in person, and we had a big chat, and we just wished each other well, and we went our separate ways. And I know it's hard to hear, but it's worse for me because that's the friendship I lost. Like, I don't even care about the videos. I'd happily trade that and just be friends, but I can't. Like, I lost him as a friend as well, so it's been a year since we uploaded on TerraDerra.
It's a really unfortunate situation. It would have been really nice if they could just somehow find a way to make things better between both of them and go back to making those videos together. But I feel that the issue that went on between the both of them is broken beyond repair. Now, Nick didn't really go into detail as to what happened with Caleb and TDB, and so I did some digging online and found a few theories as to what happened, and of course, these are just theories. They could just be bullshit, and I'm just talking out of my ass, but I wanted to talk about these theories right now. None of these theories are set in stone and have no backing to it. It's just based off of claims I saw online and on YouTube. There was one theory that talked about money. I don't really know how I see this happening, but the theory is that they were both working on the TerraDerraBros channel, and the channel just got so big, millions of views for each video and over 1 million subscribers. It's got to bring in a lot of revenue, and so this channel just got so big, and there was a lot of revenue coming in, and there was just a lot of conflicts and a lot of issues with the money being brought in and who gets what and who did what. That's one theory. There was another theory about a boating accident. I don't really know about this theory. I didn't find a lot of information on this as well, but there was a theory about a boating accident. I don't really see this as a likely scenario, but it's possible. Another theory about the TDB breakup would be over a girl. There was this talk that someone had tried to get with someone else's girlfriend. Someone had a girlfriend, whether it was Nick or whether it was Caleb. Someone had like this girlfriend, and then the other tried to get with this girl, and then they actually did end up getting with that girl, and this led to trust being broken. And how can you really recover from something like that when someone you knew and who is your friend would basically sabotage you and knowingly go out with someone you cared about? This theory kind of makes the most sense to me. The first theory about the money, it just seems a little bit off because it's just that they both have fantastic channels and they're both making money with their big channel. And so why does money have to be such a big issue when you both can just work together and make money as a team? I don't know if the money scenario is the likely scenario here. And if it was, then that's a really petty way to end such a good friendship and connection, because just make money together as a team, share it, and build each other up. That's how you're supposed to live with your friends and work with others. I wanted to go back to the theory about the girls. Now, if this situation actually happened, then that's just a really unfortunate situation. It's also really crazy how Caleb and Nick, how close they were, could really let someone like a girl get in between them. Friends really shouldn't be fighting over girls, and people really shouldn't be trying to go out with a girl if they're already going out with someone, because it's just a piece of shit thing to do. The theory about the girl makes the most sense to me because it happens more often than you think when it comes to friends. It probably happened to us, it probably happened to someone who we know. And it's just like the situation is just really messed up and it's just really stupid. I really miss the times when they were both hanging around and making videos, and I don't think that time will ever come again. I don't think that Caleb will ever come back again. These are all just theories that I found and wanted to talk about. I'm probably way off on what actually happened between the both of them, but Nick isn't talking anymore about this and Caleb isn't around anymore. I don't think we will ever know what actually happened between the both of them. Right now, Nick's channel is doing fine and he's continuing the catch and cook YouTube business model, and I'm happy to see that. Keep up the good work, Nick. As for Caleb, I hope he's doing fine wherever he is.